but up here is kind of the beginnings of it. We're going to now drive into the north section of Hat Creek Valley. We're going to see this play out at a much larger scale, especially this portion of the story. And then we're going to watch that basin at a few of the stops fall apart. And the modern condition is, of course, that ancient basin has fallen apart. It's disrupted, it's faulted, it's had volcanic episodes much more recently, and it's the ancestral activity that really put down a significant sedimentological response. And so we're going to see that as we drive down the hill. All right. It's about time for this spot, but I'd like to give you guys a chance, let's say 3 or 4 or 5 minutes here, to kind of wander down. I want you to look at that ledge that crops out a little bit further. Notice its color differences. Kind of track these cross beds. It turns out these cross beds are of a very particular type. They come over, they come down, and then join down like this. So they've got this really nice, almost backwards-esque cross bed. That's the ones, the larger ones here about eye level. That's a signature of a river's inside curve. Okay? And so to have epsilon cross bedding like that, it's an indication. It's an indication of what's called point bar migration. So this is channel migration is recorded in that cliff face right there, and it's that big broad section. Channel was migrating that direction as the water flowed to the southwest. Okay, so let's just take a few minutes to check it out, and then we'll head back to the bus and we'll start our way down the hill there.
It sure is.
See if we can find a fossil. That'd be useful too. So it's this stuff here that's got this.
There's a little pair. There's a pair of them.
Look at this, guys.
Give me okay. Oh, they're little. Yeah, that's fine. It's okay. It's swinging on that one.
These are the big crossroads.
Randy, is it soft because it just hasn't had that much compression, or is it soft because it really just so loose and it just hasn't welded together as well?
Yeah, this stuff hasn't lithified very well at all. It's crumbling apart. It just hasn't had that component to its history yet. And it may never.
Right.
We're up here at high elevation. I wouldn't expect over long geologic time frames to have much of this preserved in the rock record. I think it's going to disappear.
There's tons of biodegradation.
Yeah, yeah. One of the things that's pretty neat at this site is there's a bunch of fossil burrows. And so in the muds of this river system, lots of organisms moving through the mud. Their trails through the mud are filled back in as the organism moves through the sediment. The way that worms work is they go through nutrient-rich or food-rich deposits. That all goes in their mouth. They digest what they can, and then the sediment comes out the back end, filling the burrow they just made. And so a lot of these burrows are filled in and preserved in the rock. So we do have fossil burrows too. Let's see if we can show a couple of good examples. Yeah, I think a lot of these cities have a construction of